Today's Father's Day, so it's got me thinking about a story we find in the Bible about a father who's looking for his lost son. The Bible shows us that in the story the father is like God and the lost son is like us. So as we listen to this story, have a little think about how God is like the father in the story and how we are like the lost son. If you've got your own Jesus Storybook Bible, you can read along with me. I'm reading the story called Running Away. If you haven't got one, that's fine, just listen. Okay, let's make a start. Jesus told this story about a boy who ran away. Once upon a time, there was a boy and his dad. Now one day, the boy gets to thinking, maybe if I didn't have my dad around telling me what is good for me all the time, I'd be happier. He's spoiling my fun, he thinks. Does my dad really want me to be happy? Does my dad really love me? The son never thought of that before, but suddenly he doesn't know anymore. So the son goes to the father and says, Dad, I'm better off without you. I can look after myself. Just give me my share of your money. The father is sad, but he won't force his boy to stay, so he gives his son what he wants. The son takes the money and goes on a long, long journey to a far-off country. And everything's wonderful and perfect for a while. He can go wherever he wants, do whatever he wants, be whoever he wants. He is the boss. He is free. Sometimes he gets a strange, hungry, homesick feeling in his heart, but then he just eats more, or drinks more, or buys more clothes, or goes to more parties until it goes away. But soon his money runs out. And so do his friends. He ends up getting the only job he can find, feeding pigs. One day he is so hungry and so desperate, he even tries some piggy food. What am I doing? He says suddenly, as if he is woken from a nightmare. He spits, yuck, all of it, out of his mouth. My father is rich and here I am in a pigsty eating piggy food. He wipes his mouth and dusts himself off. I'm going home. As he starts for home though, he begins to worry. Dad won't love me anymore. I've been too bad. He won't want me for his son anymore. So he practices his I'm sorry speech. All this time, what he doesn't know is that day after day, his dad has been standing on his porch, straining his eyes, looking into the distance, waiting for his son to come home. He just can't stop loving him. He longs for the sound of his boy's voice. He can't be happy until he gets him back. The son is still a long way off, but his dad sees him coming. Oh, what will the dad do? Fold his arms and frown? Shout, that'll teach you! And just you wait, young man. No, that's not how the story goes. The dad leaps off the porch, races down the hill, through the gap in the hedge, up the road. Before his son can even begin his I'm sorry speech, his dad runs to him, throws his arms around him and can't stop kissing him. Let's have a party, his dad shouts. My boy's home. He ran away. I lost him, but now I have him back. Jesus told them, God is like the dad who couldn't stop loving his boy, and people are like the son who said, Does my dad really want me to be happy? Jesus told people this story to show them what God is like and to show people what they are like. So they could know however far they ran away, however well they hid, however lost they were, it wouldn't matter. Because God's children could never run too far or be too lost for God to find them. Wow, isn't it great to know that God is like the Father in the story? That the Son, even though he ran away, was able to come back to the Father, and the Father was waiting for him to return. When he returned, the Father put his arms out and welcomed him back. And the Bible tells us that God is like that to those who turn around and come back to him. He welcomes them into his family. If the Bible is telling us that we are like that lost son, it's sad news, because we, like that lost son, have run away from God, and we've said to God, we don't want to love you. We don't want to do what you tell us to do. We want to do what we want to do. But the good news is that the Bible tells us that we can turn around and we can turn back to God. And just like that father in the story we heard, if we turn around and we come back, God will welcome us into his family with open arms. And that's the best news that we will ever hear. Thank you for listening.